6 unhappy signs showing that you're married to a narcissist husband. Hi friends, welcome to Marriage Realities, a comprehensive relationship channel. Today's video is all about the telltale signs showing that you're married to a narcissist husband. Being married to a husband who's a narcissist is quite an intolerable experience for a wife. It is because your husband is not human enough to display love and care for you. Instead, your husband displays characteristics that are selfish, manipulative and dominating. Your relationship with your husband becomes so one-sided that you feel as though you have no one to share your true emotions with. Your narcissist husband makes you feel that much isolated and manipulated in your married life. It is as though your husband married you not to be his life partner, but to look after him, praise him and shield him. When your husband behaves in such a selfish manner, being married to him does not make you feel happy. Instead, you feel unlucky to have married a person who does not give you a sense of well-being. It is because when your husband wants you to go all out to make him feel that he's some sort of a super being, you find your married life intolerable to you. Shall we now have a look into the telltale signs that show you're unlucky to have married a narcissist husband? The number one sign showing that you're married to a narcissist husband is you're gaslighted. Your husband does many things that makes you feel miserable and used. Your narcissist husband demands everything to be done his way. You feel alarmed when your life is not your own after marrying your husband. You feel cornered when your whole life seems to have lost its purpose as nothing of your wishes is heeded by your husband. Your husband makes you feel that you're doing everything wrong when you do things your way. Your husband cunningly takes you away from your friends' relatives without you realizing it. Your husband backbites about you to your own family. When you demand an explanation from your husband, he pleads innocent and accuses you of fabricating non-existent relationship issues. Whatever you do is misconstrued and twisted according to the selfish needs of your husband. The number two sign showing that you're married to a narcissist husband is you're not listened to. You want to confide your innermost feelings with your husband as you have so much to talk to him. But you face a roadblock when you eagerly go to interact with him. It is because your husband acts as though he's not interested to talk with you. When you confide your worries to your husband, he says you're blowing minor problems out of proportion. The tone when your husband talks to you indicates that he feels you're some sort of a dimwit. But your husband has many things to talk to you, all about his non-existent talent and how tall he is treated in his workplace. Your husband brags on and on about his accomplishments. Your husband demands that you appreciate him and talk tall about his talents. When your husband is not interested in your feelings and emotions, you feel your married life has nothing to offer you. The number three sign that you're married to a narcissist husband is making you feel inadequate. Your husband makes you feel unattractive in a trickish manner. He does not directly say that you're not beautiful, but when you're dressed up to go out, your husband looks up and down at you and makes comments about how the dress you're wearing is not for you. He says the color of the dress does not suit you. He says the cut of the dress makes you look plump. Your husband says that your hair looks frizzy. Your husband deliberately makes all sorts of unappreciative comments about your dress and hair that you understand that he's downgrading you. When you hear your husband uttering such negative comments about your dress sense, you feel unattractive and undesirable. Your husband also makes fun of your way of doing things. Your husband makes it sound as though he cannot make a mistake. Your husband might have forgotten to pay a bill, but the blame is shifted on you. Your husband makes you feel as though you cannot do anything right. The number four sign that you're married to a narcissist husband is making you feel as though you're walking on eggshells. You're always on the guard as to what to talk and how to talk with your narcissist husband. Even a mild word uttered by you makes your husband react in a hurting manner to you. When he's watching TV, it is always about what he wants to watch. When your husband takes you out, it's always where he wants to go. He reacts wildly when you make a noise when he's watching movies. When you have to constantly watch your behavior when your husband is around, you feel frustrated and irritated. The number five sign that you're married to a narcissist husband is you're made responsible. If any problems creep into your married life, the reason behind it has to be you. If there is a financial problem in your family, it is all due to your mismanagement of money. If your children misbehave, it is all due to your poor parenting. If there are arguments between you, you're blamed as the reason behind it. Nowhere does your husband hold himself responsible for the bad things happening in your marriage. Your husband acts as though he cannot go wrong. The number six sign you're married to a narcissist husband is making you feel jealous. Your husband makes you feel unhappy by praising his female friends or colleagues, not directly but indirectly. When you dress up, he says his female friend wore the same kind of dress in a much better way. When you go out with your husband, he spends his time with his female friends, leaving you to fend for yourself. He needlessly praises his ex and tells you how she understood him much better than you. All you can do is fume and fret in anger and frustration. Can you see how your husband is adept in turning tables against you? You often curse your luck for having married a husband who thinks and reads about himself. Being married to a narcissist husband makes you feel mentally and physically drained. You only wish you knew about his character before marrying him so that you could have avoided the wretched life you are now experiencing. Did this video make you understand the signs showing that you are married to a narcissist husband? Marriage Realities will have many such relationship eye-openers. Subscribe to my channel to understand your marriage in a new light. Press the bell icon for updates about my latest relationship videos. Make love forever until death do us part, your relationship goal.